I think with greater devolution, of course, the Scots and the Welsh and the Irish can legitimately say we are not British, we are becoming to be self-governing. And of course that leaves a gap. So what do the English say?
I am English, and British depicts a variety of people.
I would class myself as white British.
I feel funny about specifying English, although that's what I am. It feels a bit kind of too, like I'm being a bit too patriotic, and I feel like British is a bit more broad, and it's almost nice to be a bit kind of broader on it, it feels for me.
There's a lot of people, I think, who want to say they are English and British, Scottish and British, or black and British, or Indian and British. I think this hyphenated British identity trend is very clear, especially, I think, amongst younger people.
But identity hasn't just splintered along lines of nationhood. Increasingly, people are defining themselves by their religious beliefs. In 2001, almost 400,000 people listed their religion as Jedi. Now, this was presumably a well-organised practical joke by Star Wars fans and by people who simply don't like filling in forms. But it pointed to something more profound as well. Everyone, it seems, wants to call themselves something.
I describe myself as being a British Muslim.
British Muslim.
British Sikh.
The group that we most associate this with currently today are Muslims, who say that in many ways it doesn't matter where they're from. They want to be known as British Muslims rather than by an ethnic origin. A lot of people now think, well, if all these guys are Muslims and they're saying that something important about them, well, what am I? I must be something as well. And I think quite a lot of Christians are now beginning to say they're Christians, not because they've discovered any new religiosity or spirituality, but because they want an identity within the same range as Muslim, Sikh, Hindu, Jew.
Around 70% of people in this country describe themselves as Christian. How many go to church? 9%. We seem to want the badge, but we're not prepared to pay the fee for the club. Finally, there's the secular badge. The 2011 census is likely to show a growing group of people defining themselves by their atheist and humanist beliefs. Ticking boxes to declare our religion, ethnicity and national identity will provide a very interesting insight into what it means to be British today, but what it might show in the future is another story.